Hi everyone, Indigo Twin here again. As I said in my weekly reading, I was going to come back with something different, something special. So what I've got here in front of you is something completely different. It's a completely different spread to what I do for the weekly readings with the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. This particular reading is a soul purpose reading. And I do soul purpose readings on a monthly basis. One of my regular clients who's been getting readings with me for several months now has allowed me to share her reading with everybody for this up and coming month. So I'm going to go through the reading. I will read it as if I'm actually speaking to her, and I know she can't wait to see her reading up on YouTube. So I'll be reading it as if I'm reading it to her. And you can listen to it, and I know it won't be relevant, but anyway, this reading is this spread is what's called a horoscope spread. So we're looking at the different aspects of life. One of the important things in the twin flame journey is actually what we do in the 5D and on the 3D that actually helps us to come closer into union. So this is where one of these readings is very relevant for an individual on an individual basis, because it's really hard to make this sort of reading for the collective. Because things happen people are in different stages of life. We can get the energies, sure, that's very relevant. But when we're talking specifically for a particular person, this is the reading that I like to use. So anyway, I shall go on and do this reading. So I did mention that we've actually got the horoscope spread here. So what we're looking at is we're looking at the first house, which is the the ego, the personality. Then we are looking at the finance house, so the monies, possessions, communication. And you know what? I'll just go on with the reading, and then I'll mention the houses as we go along. So let's move on now. So in the first house, what we have is the Uraeus. Now this is about personality and ego. It's the house of personality, ego, and temperament. What this card is suggesting for you for the month of December is that you are looking towards your union. It is represented. There's honesty and wisdom within this, and there's careful and wise handling of any situations. So in other words, what you need to be looking at this month. Now, in order for you coming towards your union, there are still a lot of things at play. So what we really need to be doing is mastering your ego and balancing. Okay? And taking care with this, because these energies, if not handled wisely, can actually take things away from you. So we don't want to go in that place. So what we're doing is, this one also talks about seeing through the covert ways. Now, at the moment, there are things happening behind the scenes. So my advice for you would be to just sit back and say very little at this point in time. Now, in the second house, we have, this is your money and possessions, your finance house. Your work as a light worker is coming into fruition. Cyrus card is all about pioneering, universal awareness. So what this card is telling me is that your purpose in bringing about the collective souls is part of your mission. It's part of your mission and part of the work that you need to do. So it is coming, it is happening. What you began is now moving. There's a lot of skill in this card. It's got a lot to do with soul work. So as a light worker, this is a very, very positive card to come up. Now, moving on to the Ptah in the third house. And the third house is all about business and commerce, letters, communication. It's about logic and memory. Interesting that it should be the Ptah card. And of course, Ptah is the patron of men. So it's no wonder that this is coming up. It's suggesting that you've got a lot of hard work ahead. Now, don't take that. That's not in a bad way at all. That is saying that the work that you're doing here, the money that, the finances that are coming from this soul work that you're doing is your hard work. Because interestingly enough, now I'm going to jump directly to card number 10 up here. So card number 10 is about your career and your ambitions. What we have here is the buckle of Isis. The buckle of Isis represents growth with sacrifice. It's about reflecting on emotions and trying to understand and figure out how to bring things to the day of light. So it very much has a lot to do with what you're doing towards your career path, towards your path as a light worker. This is really relevant because if I go back down here into house number 5, I am seeing this is your house of love affairs and creativity. Now we've got the Hathor card come up here. Hathor represents, she's the goddess of beauty. So the goddess of beauty is saying that the work that you're doing has a lot to do with love and beauty and femininity. She is love and strength and the patroness of women. This is telling me that your creativity, your career, that you are actually giving away to what was been in your previous career is coming into fruition because you will be helping and guiding a lot of women in your life. It's all about nourishment, all about femininity and spiritual strength that is made when you connect with the God force. So these cards here very much strongly suggest a strong pattern in your work because ultimately your work is about the mission that you have with your twin, your divine masculine counterpart. So this is what's going on here. Okay, let's move on to, I'll go into the home. Actually, no, because that's a pattern, that's a story, that's a different story here. Because I'm going to go straight into relating the Uraeus card up to your house of karma, your karmic house. So this is where there are things that are happening, okay? Karma, death, transition, legacies, things like that. This is what this house is here. So this is house number 8. Now this relates strongly with this card here. So remember to keeping your energies, keeping them under your hat basically, because there is peace. There is about to be some situations, some karmic situations that are coming into a peaceful stage. It's a very positive card that is happening here this month. Very positive indeed. Lotus definitely represents everything about peace and tranquility and love and caring. So it's a very auspicious card to be coming up in there. It's saying don't worry. All will work out peacefully in the end. So don't worry too much. Now, let's go back. I'm just going to go back up here because I've got a few things here that are actually very relative. Moving on to the 9th house, we talk about the establishment, higher education, long journeys and things like that, philosophy, and we've got the Eye of Horus. That's healing. The work that you're doing, the learning that you're doing, the reading, the taking on the different tasks that you're doing right now also relates to this new work. This new work about the career that you're taking. So overall, we have the Eye of Horus here. The Eye of Horus is all about physical healing, about courage, about beauty. There are strong healing energies in there. You are learning to master your ego and purging a lot of things to be able to come forward and impart your wisdom, suggested by Uraeus, to the collective. This is part of your journey through love. You are spreading the love. You are healing the collective. Your work in healing the collective is very prominently featured in this reading. And you do that with your twin. Now, I know currently that you're in separation, and this has been to clear up specific matters. So I am getting a lot of peace around that. There's a lot of things being tied up at the moment, and this growth of growth with sacrifice, the buckle of Isis, is definitely indicating that that's what's going on. Things are being tied up. All the loose ends are being tied up. So overall, so far, December is looking great because in our hopes and wishes, we have the Water card, which is actually about emotions. So your heart energy is so pure. It's coming to a sense of purity. Those emotions that you're actually sharing out. Your work with the collective is such a healing, beautiful, tranquil, peaceful. It is beautiful. There's a lot of beautiful energy for you in the month of December, definitely, because your subconscious is clearing out the cobwebs. Your subconscious is clearing out the cobwebs. You are now coming into higher realms and a higher spiritual communication. That is coming down, very much so, very much. Now, okay, I'm going to, which also coming back here now, and I know I've been skipping, and that's fine because that's how I've been guided to do this. We have the Scarab card in your house of health and work relationships and worry. The Scarab card is strongly suggesting that you need to change things around. Change up your routine, incorporate more of what you've been doing on a larger capacity. Get your message out to the world. It's time. It's time for your message, your love to be spread through the world, because that is strongly the mission that you're on. You are meant to be here to spread love to the world. It's a spiritual rebirth. You are going, in December, you are going through a whole new spiritual rebirth. And that is in regards to your work that you are doing on our beautiful Mother Earth. That is what that is coming. It's coming to terms to what is and changing things around to be doing things differently to how you've been doing them. December is great. December is looking fantastic for you because, now let's go back here. The twin card in your home. That's the place it's meant to be. Your twin is almost there. Your twin is almost in your home. You're already together on the 5D. You're already together in each other's hearts. He's coming home. He's coming home. There's this, it's beautiful. Wow, beautiful heart energy that I'm getting right from that. He's coming home. He's finally coming home. So the twin card, that sacred, beautiful energy, the Akashic records, all those things. So this is all about property as well. So he's coming home. Now, whether it means that he is actually coming home physically or whether The things that you are going to be doing together to prepare for your life together is happening. So it can have a sense of it is definitely moving towards that, because we have the fire card in your house of partnership and marriage. Fire is burning. You are both rising from the fire. The phoenixes are rising. The fire is burning. Now notice here on this card, and I'm not sure if you can see it, but there is Uraeus. Uraeus here is pointing to Uraeus in the personality. The personality card, both of them. Oh gosh, I've got goosebumps. I've got goosebumps. The two cards, both Uraeus, pointing to each other, meeting each other. That's union. That's union. It is happening. The processes are happening towards union. This is a really great sign. This is absolutely magnificent. Oh, wow. Truly, this is it is going to be a great December. Maybe you'll be unwrapping some very exciting Christmas presents. So, it's beautiful. So let's turn over the middle card and see what the cartouche have to tell us that actually is the overarching card for this month of December for you. Oh, wow. Okay. It's the twin card. Oh, how amazing. Uraeus, personality, looking towards the partnership, the twin coming up. Your union, your mission is coming into fruition. It is coming. It is definitely like there. There's no doubt about it in my mind that it is actually so close now. Now remember, what is there, 30 days, 31 days in December. So whether it's the 1st of December, the 31st of December, the 25th or the 26th, definitely by the end of December, there will be clear decisions of where your union is going. It will be so much clearer. But in the meantime, your December will be starting off with doing the work and learning the skills to be able to impart your wisdom, your light work, your love, your unconditional love to the collective. That's your mission. And soon to be joined. You are joined. Your twin is already there working with you. He works through you to impart this message while things are resolving themselves in there. So he's working through you. Feel that love. Take that love with you. It is amazing. Now, I'm going to shuffle an Isis Healing Oracle card by Alana Fairchild, just to give you a healing practice to start off with you. And it's perfect time to be starting off on a new moon, to be doing this sort of this practice as well, particularly for this up and coming month. Such a beautiful, beautiful reading. So I'm just going to call upon Isis, who loves us unconditionally, to please guide its divine feminine wisdom and guide us into the healing to start off the month of December with. Oh, here we go. Here she is. Healing the divine masculine. How appropriate that your work is very important, because you are healing the divine masculine whilst he ties up loose ends in his life. So I will just read for you. And to make this a short reading, I will just look at ways of how we're going to do this. The divine masculine within men and women is the energy that allows for protection, discernment, healing, and a sense of deep safety and holding, even through the most uncomfortable circumstances of life. When the masculine within us is healthy and strong, we have an inner strength to hold ourselves safe through anything. Your inner masculine is going through healing right now, growing stronger in his ability to offer you inner protection and stability so that your inner feminine can blossom with creative expression. Now, how accurate is that? That we're looking at your business and taking on a masculine perspective to create love and beauty and a divine love message to the universe. That is just perfect. Normally, on this note, I would probably read in a regular reading that I do them. I would read the whole passage. This is a very long passage. I will actually send this to. This will be sent to my client in a different video at this stage. I just didn't want to make it too long because I'm sharing this with everybody. So I'm going to go straight to the ritual. Find a space where you can make some noise and not be disturbed or disturb others if possible. A candle is helpful for this ritual. Light your candle and then stand with your 2 feet hip width apart and firmly planted on the ground, with your arms resting by your sides and your knees just slightly bent. Gently lift and place your right foot down on the ground again, and repeat this lifting and placing the foot on the left side. Really feel where your feet connect you with the ground. Half close your eyes and focus on your candle. Continuing to lift and replace your feet on the ground, one side followed by the other side for several more repetitions until you feel strong awareness of your connection to the ground. Next, lift your arms up above your head, elbows just slightly bent, and face your palms towards the sky. Imagine that you can feel the connection of your hands to the sky and then lower them down by your side. Repeat this several times, gazing at your candle. Raise your hands up to the sky and push your feet into the earth. Keep your awareness on the candle and say, "From the sky, I am strong. From the earth, I am strong." Then place your hands on your belly, still pushing your feet into the earth, and say, "From my belly, I am strong." And finally, touch your heart lightly with one hand, allowing the other to remain on your belly, and say, "From my heart, I am strong." Then focus on your heart and say, "I am healed within. My strength and love are balanced within. The divine masculine and divine feminine within me are in perfect healing flow now. So be it." Now say the following invocation to the divine masculine to finish your ritual. You may repeat this several times if you like. Repeat after me. Man of power, man of fire. Man who liberates heart's desire. Man within and man without. Man stronger than fear or doubt. Father, warrior, leader, lover. Protector, hunter, teacher, brother. Man divine, man of love. Man of earth, man of heaven above. Your strength, my strength. Your power, my power. Your love, my love. Integrity, honor, compassion, protection. Tenderness, stability, passionate attention. Man divine, man of love. Man of earth, man of heaven above. So be it. You may extinguish your candle now. That is perfect and relates so strongly to the energies that are going on here about your union that is coming up, that I feel so strongly is getting closer and closer every day. This healing the divine masculine is something that you can be doing to your divine, for your divine masculine whilst in separation. Really do it and feel his energy when you do. Now, I'm going to pull a crystal mandala card. This is also from the Alana Fairchild Crystal Mandala Oracle. So now this is your extra healing card for this, the start of December, for you to do. And what energies do the Ascended Masters, angels and goddesses have for us to do at the beginning of the month, for the start of the month of December? What healing messages do you have? And where do we need to focus right now? Okay, here's our message. We have the Ascended Master, Lady Nada, and Rhodochrosite. It's the card of sensitivity. Lady Nada, an Ascended Master. This is this beautiful. Now, if you can, feel this energy. I'll read through what this stands for and the healing ritual that comes after it. It is perfect. Notice the cross within the heart as well. It's beautiful. All right, so I'll place her down there and I shall read you. It is card number 21. The Ascended Master, Lady Nada. We bring you blessing of sensitivity. Being sensitive in this world can be tough sometimes, yet your sensitivity is essential. If you are to consciously feel and work with subtle energy, receiving and sending telepathic transmissions, feeling and releasing energetic cords, tingling with exquisite blessings of divine love, sensing the whispers of divine grace, and seeing the luminous sparkling particles of life force dancing wildly, and the beauty of shimmering auric fields in dazzling and colourful display, to be given the gift of sensitivity, to perceive the energetic worlds, is like being invited to the most special and extraordinary exhibit of sacred art. You may have struggled with your sensitivity, found it difficult to bear during times of emotional suffering, yet you have a great gift and it will bring you so much joy. If you are learning to develop your sensitivity, we will help you so you too can feel uplifted as you witness the energetic beauty of creation. The world of energy is definitely real, and it has its effects on all people, even those who cannot consciously perceive it, is very real. You're in the process of developing your skills, and with sensitivity, it is possible to sense, feel, and perceive subtle energies as if they were just as real, if not even more so than the denser physical forms of your world, like the table and chairs in your home, for example. To desire to do this, to open up to perceive these worlds, comes from an impulse within your spirit to know reality, to understand the truth of existence beyond the physical form. This is not something that has to be frightening. Perceiving and understanding the world of energy can be very interesting, empowering, and exciting. Whatever the reason for your increased interest into the subtle worlds of energy, this oracle brings you a message. Even if you don't really feel an urge to know the worlds of energy at a conscious level, your spirit does. And so the message of this oracle is brought to you now. There is a loving energy reaching out for you. If your sensitivity is already well developed, you will be able to feel it as a sense of love in your heart. By using the following healing process, you'll be able to consciously call upon loving consciousness and invite it and the joy, love, and peace it will bring into your life, provided you use the process. As written, you shall only be inviting those beings that love you unconditionally and will therefore enhance and empower your divine destiny, not detract or derail it. If you have been asking for confirmation of a message from a loved one, be it a person or an animal, then this oracle brings that confirmation. This loved one is safe, held in divine love, and you can put your mind and heart to rest now. If you've been praying to your guidance and asking to know, hear, feel, and see messages more clearly, this oracle brings you the message that this has been heard by your guidance and is being answered in the affirmative now. You shall get your wish as your sensitivity increases. Finally, if you've been sensing that something is not quite right, that there is energy of fear or darkness around you or another, and you are worried that your imagination is working overtime, do not despair. Yes, you are sensitive to light, but also to the presence of darkness. There is no need to fear. How you choose to respond to it is what actually matters most. Recognizing when you sense something that doesn't feel like unconditional love and choosing to use the following affirmation or healing process will protect, empower, and ground you in the loving embrace of the light. There is no need to fear, but there is need for a response, a firm but loving. No, thank you. I choose love today. Move on, please. Is more than enough to keep you safely held in love. In this way, you can see that your sensitivity does not make you vulnerable, but rather more aware. And if you respond to what you sense without second-guessing yourself, much more powerful too. And now onto the healing process. Say the following invocation. I call upon the crystal angel of Rhodochrosite and Ascended Master Lady Nada, who love me unconditionally. Thank you for the divine healing blessing of sensitivity. May I trust what I perceive with serenity in my heart and mind. May I choose to respond with compassion and yet also firm boundaries. May I remember always that though I may perceive all, I have the power to choose that which I allow to enter my field of energy, and that which I ask through the power of my own free will, to leave and not return. May the sensitivity that best serves each individual be gifted freely through unconditional love and divine mercy, through my own free will, so be it. To further integrate this guidance, put your left hand onto your heart, or both hands. Relax and breathe in and out several times. Feel the heart energy. And say the following. I choose of my own free will, through this and any lifetime, and through all layers of my entire being, to release any fear, judgment, or shame around my sensitivity. I trust my perceptions. I trust in my wise, serene, and firm responses to all I perceive. I invite in unconditional love for my greatest good, and now declare for anything that is not of unconditional love to leave my field and never return. I forgive and release you in goodwill. Go in peace. Through divine grace and unconditional love, may all beings be happy and free. So be it. Now put your palms together in prayer position and bow your head down and say the following. May sensitivity, compassion, and perception empower all hearts to recognize and be healed by unconditional love, according to divine compassion and in service to the great divine plan of love unfolding, so be it. Now repeat the following affirmation. I am sensitive to the loving spiritual presence that communicates messages of peace and empowerment to me daily. I love my sensitivity as a way to know the divine. and my sensitivity grows more powerful as I listen to and value my feelings, intuition, and inner knowing. I am sensitive to the loving spiritual presence that communicates messages of peace and empowerment to me daily. I love my sensitivity as a way to know the divine, and my sensitivity grows more powerful as I listen to and value my feelings, intuition, and inner knowing. I am sensitive to the loving spiritual presence that communicates messages of peace and empowerment to me daily. I love my sensitivity as a way to know the divine, and my sensitivity grows more powerful as I listen to and value my feelings, intuition, and inner knowing. And that is your December monthly reading. For those of you who've tuned in to the end of the reading, I am offering for the month of December or January, depending on when you get in, a special price. Normally, this monthly reading is $88. I'm going to take it down $11 in light of the twin, down to $77. So please email me if you would like this reading, and I will give you the details and what we need to do to go from there. I hope you've enjoyed this reading, and I thank my client, and she knows who she is, for allowing me to put her monthly December reading out to the universe. So thank you, and I send you peace and blessings for the month of December.